The idea of Jews as the chosen people has been a point of contention.
Han Meditations. Hey guys, as you can see, I have all these journals. The link will be in the description. Hello guys, I am Han. This is Kelly.
Hello everyone.
We are Han Meditations, and we're back with another exciting video. Every time we do a video like this, we have no idea where it's going to go, and we are basically just, we're going along with the flow. So find somewhere comfortable to sit, and let's get right into it. We have no idea what this is going to say, so let's do it. Hello, ChatGPT. What I actually want to know is which religion is the most racist, or at the very least, the least inclusive religion?
That's a complex and sensitive question. It's important to note that religions themselves, as systems of belief, often promote universal values like compassion, equality, and justice. However, the ways in which followers interpret or practice a religion can sometimes lead to exclusionary or discriminatory behaviors. This is often influenced by cultural, historical, or political contexts, rather than the core teachings of the religion. Some religions or sects may have exclusionary practices due to strict interpretations of their doctrines. For instance, certain interpretations of caste systems within Hinduism have been criticized as discriminatory. Similarly, some religious groups have historically justified racial hierarchies or exclusion based on misinterpretations of texts as seen in colonialism or apartheid. Would you like a deeper exploration of how inclusivity and exclusivity are practiced across various religions?
Yes, I would.
Let's dive deeper into how inclusivity and exclusivity manifest across religions. I'll touch on their teachings and how they've been interpreted or applied historically. 1. Christianity. Teachings. Christianity teaches universal love and equality before God. Verses like Galatians 3:28 emphasize that there is neither Jew nor Greek, slave nor free, male nor female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus. Exclusivity. However, some denominations or interpretations have been used to justify racial segregation or colonialism. For example, the doctrine of the curse of Ham was misused to support slavery. Exclusivity can also arise from the belief that salvation is only through Jesus, which might exclude non-Christians. 2. Islam. Teachings. Islam stresses the equality of all humans. Prophet Muhammad's last sermon emphasized that no Arab is superior to a non-Arab, and no white person is superior to a black person. Exclusivity. In practice, some Muslim-majority societies have had issues with ethnic discrimination, such as the mistreatment of certain minority groups like the Rohingya in Myanmar, or African Muslims in some Arab countries. However, this is often more cultural than theological. 3. Hinduism. Teachings. Hinduism is diverse with concepts like Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the world is one family, promoting inclusivity. Exclusivity. The caste system, though rooted in social structures rather than core spiritual texts, has been criticized for perpetuating discrimination. This system has historically marginalized lower castes and Dalits, though modern reforms aim to counter this. 4. Judaism. Teachings. Judaism often emphasizes ethical treatment of all people, with teachings like love your neighbor as yourself from Leviticus. Exclusivity. Judaism's concept of a chosen people can be misinterpreted as exclusivist. However, most interpretations view it as a responsibility to uphold moral and ethical laws rather than a claim of superiority. 5. Buddhism. Teachings. Buddhism emphasizes compassion and the interconnectedness of all beings, which inherently rejects racism or exclusion. Exclusivity. Some Buddhist majority countries, like Myanmar, have been criticized for ethnic discrimination, such as against the Rohingya. Again, this is more political or cultural than rooted in Buddhist teachings. 6. Sikhism. Teachings. Sikhism strongly promotes equality and inclusivity, explicitly rejecting caste and racial discrimination. Its founder, Guru Nanak, taught that all humans are equal. Exclusivity. There are few notable exclusions in Sikhism, as its teachings inherently oppose such practices. Traditional and indigenous religions. Teachings. Many indigenous religions are rooted in respect for nature and community. They tend to be inclusive within their cultural context, but may not actively seek converts, which can make them appear exclusive to outsiders. Conclusion. No religion in its essence promotes racism or exclusion, but historical and cultural practices have sometimes misaligned with spiritual teachings. In terms of inclusivity, religions like Sikhism and Buddhism often stand out for their explicit emphasis on equality. Conversely, exclusivity in some traditions can arise from cultural practices, e.g., caste systems, or theological interpretations, e.g., salvation through one path. Would you like to explore a specific religion's inclusivity in more detail?
So you didn't mention Judaism. Are you saying that they have no problem with inclusivity?
I did mention Judaism briefly, but let me elaborate further. Judaism has aspects that can be seen as both inclusive and exclusive, depending on the interpretation and context. Inclusivity in Judaism. Ethical teachings. Judaism emphasizes justice, kindness, and the value of every human life. Teachings like love your neighbor as yourself, Leviticus 19:18, apply universally. The concept of tikkun olam, repairing the world, encourages Jews to work for the betterment of all humanity. Conversion. While Judaism does not actively seek converts, it accepts them through a rigorous process. Converts are considered fully Jewish and have the same rights and responsibilities as those born into the religion. Exclusivity in Judaism, the chosen people concept. The idea of Jews as the chosen people has been a point of contention. In Jewish theology, being chosen is often interpreted as a responsibility to follow God's commandments, not as a sign of superiority. However, this concept can be misunderstood or misinterpreted as exclusionary by outsiders. Ethnocentrism. Historically, some Jewish communities have been insular, often as a survival mechanism due to persecution. This can sometimes create a perception of exclusivity. Controversial aspects. Interfaith marriage. Traditional Judaism discourages interfaith marriage, which can be seen as exclusive. In some communities, there may be social or religious pressure against marrying outside the faith. Nationality and identity. In Israel, where Judaism is closely tied to national identity, issues surrounding the treatment of Palestinians and non-Jewish minorities have led to accusations of exclusivity or discrimination. However, these issues are often political rather than religious in origin.
Wow. Wow. That's really interesting, guys. I mean, a lot of those I didn't even hear about, but apparently it said Sikh and all that was the most basically tolerant and accepting. And one of our good friends, his name is Neil Baxi. We have a podcast. He was raised as Sikh, so that's very interesting. So, but I like that video. I like the content. I like the information. It really feels like we're learning more. And I had no idea what it was going to say, so that was very just interesting for it to hear.
Yeah, I mean, I really am not an expert, but like one thing I've heard, and I don't want to misinterpret, but I've heard, I don't know if it's a fact, but I heard that in Hinduism, essentially a little bit of the caste system where it comes into play is that they believe that the people who are kind of born on the lowest caste system, they believe that it's because of their past lives. And essentially, they chose to be there in this life. And so they kind of justify that. Now, please don't take my word for it. I'm not an expert in that at all. But I think that's something interesting to think about, of how the religion plays a role in such social structures, if it is the case. Mm-hmm. Something we could possibly dive in more into.
Yeah, we probably will. So, thank you guys for watching that video. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Thank you to all the donations. Thank you to all the donations. We see all of your donations. We appreciate every single one, guys. $1,
so
1
much.
penny, $100, $50. It all counts and matters, guys. And we're working so hard for you. So thank you. It's just Kelly and I. We're trying to bring on one more person to help a little bit. But 99% of the work is just us. So thank you guys so much for watching. And we'll see you in the next video.